もういい、どけよ。
切るわ。
ゴンにはできないんだろ。だったら俺がとどめを刺してやる。ダメだよ。離せ。
やだ。やめなさい、二人とも。こんな時に何してるの。
もうこいつは死ぬ。だから苦しまないように知らせてやるのさ。もうこいつは終わりだ。何をやっても無駄さ。俺にはわかるんだ。
バカを言わないの。無駄なことなんて一つもないわ。そうだよ、切るわ。
離せ。こうなったらおしまいさ。先がない以上生きている価値もない。だから
With no hope, there's no point in living, huh? Our only guarantee in life is that we die. Everything has an opposite, so since we were born, we will eventually die. There's just so much that we don't know. Nobody's seen God, there's no instruction manual telling us how to live, and we use words like time and dimensions, but what the fuck even is that? I could have been born a squirrel instead of a human, so maybe that's what makes life worth living. Is it friends, memory, family? I've had multiple videos speaking on happiness, and it's something I still have trouble with. It just feels like sometimes life is meaningless. If I'm gonna die anyways, why not just speedrun everything and just get it over with, you know? But then I started thinking about my family and all the people whose lives my death would ruin. I'm too much of a bitch to actually go through a suicide, so it's not like I want to die or I'm suicidal. It's more so like sometimes I just wish I didn't exist. Kind of like I could just disappear without consequence. With death, there's still consequences. Without consequence means blackness? Holy shit. You ever lay down to do absolutely nothing and still feel overstimulated? No, I want to be everything. I would cry in the late hours of the night sobbing that I want to live, I want to love, I want to travel. I'm desperate to be alive, and yet I feel like a doll that will never get that satisfaction. Unless I take it. In my personal life, I spent a lot of time in the background just watching people. I know most people from my high school would describe me as the dude that was just always there. I was chill, did everything that everybody else did, but my presence was basically ghost-like. I always had this doctrine in my mind that I wasn't important, and I'd always speak so negatively against myself just in case somebody wanted to make fun of me. I would have already been mentally prepared so it couldn't hurt me. I was mentally a sheep that could have easily been a lion. The only person stopping me from being that lion was me. I got respect for being a good hooper. I was always pretty charismatic and never had serious issues with anybody, so I'm not sure why I let a sample size of moments slowly turn me into what I am now. The amount of girls I could have had, the amount of parties I missed, all because I hated myself and wouldn't admit it. Then I start working on myself and really trying to do better. You know, I start to understand that my presence can make an impact and I don't have to be a ghost. If certain people made me feel like a ghost, then I could just hang out with somebody else, right? I started doing my own thing, finally became a lion, had a girlfriend, I was making money investing in crypto nodes before they inevitably went to shit, had a nice car, and life was good because I decided that I didn't want to be a ghost anymore and I would just take my rightful place as a lion in this world. Then I get hacked and a lot of bullshit made me lose 5 figures from my investments. That's 4 zeros. My car broke down and now I was bitchless, so what do? No, I was depressed and I started finding ways to escape. Escapism is a huge part of my life today, and it's another reason why I'm making this video. I wanted to get back to my old life, so at first I started using social media like Snapchat and Instagram to get girls, eventually moving on to dating apps, and at one point, I was easily talking to multiple girls at the same time. I started scamming people, selling cloned iPhones, and whatever else I could do to make money, and I was driving around an uninsured Pontiac Pursuit for a couple months because I didn't have money for a new car. In the moment, I felt hope again because I was doing even better than my old life, arguably. I mean, forget a girlfriend when I'm a chick magnet. Forget taking 2 months like to build all these figures when I could just make half that, make 5,000 in basically one night, you know? And the car never had issues and was always cheap on gas, so yeah, definitely wasn't complaining about that. This wasn't who I was though. And when I couldn't keep running away from my real problems, when I couldn't use escapism as a form of coping mechanism anymore, I was back to square one, wondering if there was no point in living without some type of hope. I didn't know what I wanted to be. No, I don't desire to be a doctor or a lawyer. I just want to help people. When I was doing crypto, I made people up to thousands of dollars when I could have kept everything to myself to be king of the world because that's just who I was. I had a girlfriend and not 10 different bitches in my phone because I'm a lover boy and I like doing cute shit with my woman. being a hoe isn't cool, and it just projects the fact that you have issues, and it just wasn't who I was. If I didn't lose it all, I wouldn't have realized that, and it wasn't the money. I wouldn't have realized that it wasn't the money and it wasn't the girl, but it was completing my life mission of helping others and putting myself in a better position in life, while also being able to love and be loved seemingly unconditionally. In life, I was always happiest when I was actively trying to achieve a goal. Parties are fun, sure, but it's way more fun to show off your basketball skills after all the work you put in alone. All the hours I spent practicing my editing skills so I could be comfortable enough to start making YouTube videos. To have hope is to have purpose. To live in this world, you need to have a purpose, otherwise you might as well be dead. No will to work, nothing to be excited about. It's like, what's the point? It's just funny how we have universal laws like the law of polarity stating everything has an opposite, or the law of attraction, which states that an individual attracts what they think. So if your inner world creates your outer world, then why would you choose to fill your inner world with chips and soda when you could eat a steak if you want to? Maybe the steak may cost more work, more time, or whatever, but you'll be a lot happier and healthier as opposed to filling your mind with all that artificial garbage. I made this video because I was losing hope. I've been putting a lot of work into myself all of September, October because of some stupid girl that, does not even thinking about me right now, and it kind of just opened my eyes. I tell my girl I went to the gym even though I didn't, just so she would think I'm consistent in the gym when I didn't have to lie. I have nothing to prove to people, only to the universe. And when I say I'm proving it to the universe, that really means me. I have to prove to myself that I actually want to have the nice body that I'm proud of. So I'll say it again. If you're losing hope, then you need to sit down with yourself and figure out what makes you, you. The amount of losers who made me feel like I was a loser just because I was being myself is absurd, and I'll never let those voices win again. Your own brain can't be against you when the world is already so evil. Find the good within yourself so that you can share it, and find others with the same feelings so you don't have to be alone anymore. Fuck, I'm here for you. I used to feel like I had nobody, but once you change your thinking, you'll realize that you do have people in your life. Choose who chooses you, not who you want necessarily, because the person you want may not want you back, If you stuck with the person who wanted you, their love and energy would just be unmatched. There's so much more I could say, but I'm just talking to y'all because I needed to let off some steam, to be honest. Thanks for being the person I could come to. You want to leave a comment and talk to me about how you're feeling? I definitely appreciate that.
命を価値なんかで測らないで。この子は生きることを諦めてない。生きるために戦っているのよ。わかるでしょ？生き続けたくてもできなかった人もいるんだから。それをそんな簡単に。あなたは命の大切さを教わってこなかったの？